Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Happy Halloween, everybody. Okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, hi, I'm Transapient, and happy Halloween for the year of 2018. And I've actually had a theory, or in celebration of or in reverence to the Halloween season, I've had a theory I've wanted to postulate out there for a while now. A hypothesis on one of the most iconic of monsters that I'm sure everyone is familiar with, and that is werewolves. That's right. I'm pretty sure everyone who's possibly watching this knows what a werewolf is. But, just a refresher, werewolves, to my knowledge, usually are created when either a pre-existing werewolf bites someone or they are otherwise somehow cursed. And from then on, at night, usually during the full moon, or most popularly so, they transform into a wolf and then go on something of a killing spree. Yes, kill good, kill and rend good, red and wet, and then white, crunchy, fun to break. That's enough out of you. You behave yourself. Anyway, I'm sure there are, of course, tons of other sources and videos out there you could refer to gain more of a knowledge of the general mythology of werewolves and their various incarnations in literature and cinema and whatnot. But I've come across my own kind of alternative hypothesis or explanation for what they could be. And I propose to you that werewolves are not actually wolves. Bear with me now, and I shall explain. Here, let me see right this. I have drawn up for us right here, really quick, a little study which will aid us in this little dissection. Forgive the fact that they're not completely 100% anatomically correct, but bear with me here. Also, of course, I know gorgonopsids are not our direct ancestors. They were just kind of an alternative split group, even though they were themselves theropsids themselves. But again, this is just for extreme simplicity's sake, and also because, of course, gorgonopsids are absolutely awesome. I had to include a skull of one of the bad boys. Anyway, so here's my idea. You see, first of all, let's do a quick little understanding of the mammalian family tree, where both we and wolves fit in on that. And of course, I had to draw this little thing right here because, I mean, damned if I was gonna have to, memorize the whole thing without looking at something.
Your weak mammalian brain cannot possibly comprehend the true meaning and significance of what it is to be damned.
Well, that's enough out of you. You behave yourself as well. Anyway, this all started way back when we were just generally synopsids, or of course we're just starting with the lowest common denominator here, as in we are vertebrates with only one opening within our skulls. That specifically led to theropsids, and that's what's going to lead to all of us mammals. But first, we get to theriodonts, and theriodonts had their heyday during the Permian and whatnot, before the dinosaurs, and that's where the gorgonopsids split off. The gorgonopsids were among the top predators of the late Permian. Man, talk about powerhouses these guys were. This specific species right here is Inostrancevia, and these guys were among the largest of their kind, and were basically the very first saber teeth in Earth's history. I mean, there might be something that was earlier than them, but I mean, in case if you know of something that is, let me know, because these guys, of course, were among the top, the very first, like, really apex super predators of the of the terrestrial environments, like in the Paleozoic, the late Paleozoic. Anyway, but after they split off, there was this other group called the Cynodonts. Again, this is all extremely simplified, just for the purposes of what relates to ourselves here. The Cynodonts, of course, were the little survivors that, while all the others died, a lineage of theirs went on to become the mammalians. And then all living mammals nowadays are therians, except, of course, those poison-spurred, leathery-billed, egg-laying freak monotremes. But enough about them. Anyway, the therians include the metatherians, which are marsupials, and the eutherians, which are the placental mammals, which is the majority of mammals around today. And one of the candidates for a stem eutherian, at least according to what we currently know of, is perhaps Jeremiah. And that is the skull of Jeremiah. Right, there we go. They were very small generalist insectivores, as far as we can tell. And anyway, from here, what they went across into several lineages, including Boreoeutheria. And this is, of course, there are several other offshoots, but this is where things really diverge. On one hand, we got the Laurasiatheres, which include actually a whole lot of different mammals around today, including like the odd and even-toed ungulates, the cetacins, the chiropterans, I'm pretty sure I may be goofing on that one. But of course, they also include the carnivorans, and the carnivorans include, of course, the mustelids, the pinnipeds, the ursids, the felids, and the canids, the dogs. Specifically the genus Canis, and that leads us to Canis lupus, the gray wolf, right here. Now, all the way back here, back to Boreoeutheria, there was another offshoot, which are the Euarchontogliers, which sounds awesome until you get to the togliers part. I mean, Euarchons, man, that sounds awesome. Anyway, these guys, which include the rodents and the lagomorphs, also include the primates. Specifically, some of them include the haplorines, which is us dry-nosed primates and not those nasty wet-nosed lemurs of Madagascar, and I'm pretty sure the lorises too. Maybe the bush babies. Oh well. Anyway, from there we go on to the simians, and then the catarrhines, which are us old-school, old-world monkeys, and then the hominoids, and then the homininids, and the... Man, this is worse than Nemo with the whole anemone thing. Alright, basically, apes, great apes, and hominins, which is us specialist terrestrial bipeds, of which us, Homo sapiens, are the only living members of that genus. How about that? Makes you feel a little special, doesn't it? Anyway, so, as we can tell, the common ancestors between us humans and wolves diverged quite a ways ago. And now, here's where my proposition comes in. I don't think that whenever you see a werewolf, like turning into a wolf in the movies and stuff, I don't think necessarily they're transmutating into across all this genetic drift into canines and assembling canine traits. I think those are the resemblance may be merely superficial. That is, it looks like it when really on a genetic level something really isn't. See, so I don't think necessarily a transmutation of that degree is what's occurring. I think what's happening is they are regressing, actually, to a time when us eutherians did possess more primal basal traits. For instance, let me see here. Oh, hold up. Come out. There we go. Oh, hold up. Dag, blast it. This thing never wants to work with me. There we go. Look at this. Anyway, because see here. Let's see, I've got this speculative reconstruction of a gorgonopsid with a skin and flesh on it and everything. And here we have a wolf, and that's a speculative skin and flesh drawing of a Jeremiah. Now, here we have a general outline of a Gorgonopsid, and let's see what happens if I just add on, kind of mesh the Eutherian traits with the along the base of the more reptilian-esque Gorgonopsid. Let's see. Add the fur. And let's see, add the ears. There we go. Again, sorry, this is like, I'm doing this super fast. Okay. Let's give him angry eyes because it's Halloween. There we go. And give him nice big teeth just for the hell of it. Alright. Oh, gag blasted, I'm sorry. Anyway, so, as you can see, with Eutherian traits added on to the basal therapsid, it actually looks very superficially similar to a wolf. And now here we have a hypothetical werewolf skull. Let's see. And actually what I've done, I've actually haven't, like, none of the inspirations for the more wolf-like parts came from the actual wolf skull. This is all based on extensions based on the Gorgonopsid and the basal Eutherian Jeremiah. Now let's see right here. For a werewolf, let's give him a nice big wet nose. Gotta make him healthy. Let's see. And he's snarling, because of course werewolves are usually in a bad mood. Let's see, right there. And there we go. Give him nice big old teeth. Not those pathetic teeth, or not those pathetic, somewhat anatomically correct teeth. Let's see. Nice angry eyes. Let's give him big eyebrows. Let's see. There's his ears right there. And there we go. Alright. So, you can see right there that they definitely look quite similar to each other. So, indeed, so again, as proposed before, now another little interesting tidbit is that for the longest time, or at least according to what fossils can tell us, a lot of mammals, especially during the age of dinosaurs, the Mesozoic, had adaptations which we believe would have made them nocturnal. So for a very, very, very long time, us mammals were indeed creatures of the night. And actually, us primates are actually quite specialized. In fact, we were among the first mammals after the age of the dinosaurs ended to specialize to see during the day. That's why we have such great color vision and everything, as opposed to most mammals that don't really have much need for really high-end color vision. Now, the trade-off is our night vision is really crappy now compared to a lot of other creatures. But again, if you become regressed into a much more basal mammalian trait, then that more primal instinct of being active at night, that could be why the night and the moon have such a potent effect on werewolves. And of course, if their instincts regress even further back to the days of the cynodonts and the basal therapsids, then some of the more bloodthirsty traits of some of their cousins, like the Gorgonopsids, may become manifest. That unstoppable primal urge to rend and kill and tear your prey's throats out. Indeed. So, anyway, of course, this is all in good fun. But, yeah, that's my proposition. Like, whenever we see a werewolf, what they're doing is they're not actually transmutating all the way over here to a totally different part of the mammalian family tree into wolves, or the canine family tree. What they're actually doing is regressing back, all the way back to the basal eutherians, taking on basal eutherian traits, having an extreme affinity for the night, for hunting, for killing, and possibly even all the way to basal therapsids. So, yeah, that's my my own kind of crackpot theory on werewolves. And as always, that's all just this one Transapient's opinion. Again, have a very happy Halloween, and thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of the video. What do you think? What have you ever thought of an alternate hypothesis of what werewolves could be, or hell, what's your favorite werewolf in a movie or TV or literature or whatever? Let me know. So that could be really fun. So yeah, again, thanks for watching and have a nice day, or should I say, a very nice night, and have a very, very happy Halloween. Alright, I said I wouldn't do that anymore.